Hey guys, Curtis Alexander. In this video, let's talk about how you can have more energy naturally throughout the day. This is something I struggled with for a long time. What I'm not going to talk about in this video is the supplements because they're not actually going to address the root causes. And I will talk about what I found to be the root causes and the people I've worked with in a second. But let's start with, what does it mean to be low energy? Most people, they're napping. For me, it was also low body temperature. Other people can be they experience pain, lethargy. Some people, it's depression. So what's going on is in most cases, people, they're either not eating enough food, or in a lot of cases, their body just simply can't convert that food into enough energy. They are in a low energy state. So what we want to do is address the root cause to help get you out of that low energy state. Usually that comes down to one of two things. Most of the time it's a combination of both. And that can be one, poor thyroid function, and two, poor gastrointestinal or GI health. So what do we do to address those things? Well, first of all, it starts with your diet. And I know people kind of roll their eyes, but again, we're addressing the root cause. This is not about supplements, caffeine, those sorts of things. If we can do that, you will be able to produce more energy and alleviate those symptoms that you have. So let's start with, you need all three macros: protein, fat, and carbs. Okay. Let's start with protein. You don't need to go high on protein. You don't need a gram per pound of body weight. Maybe 0.6 to 0.8 grams is fine. It gives you enough. Get a wide variety. Don't just do muscle meats. Get seafood, get bone broth, gelatin, dairy, organ meats are great as well. Don't focus on one thing over the other. Get a wide variety. Okay. Going to help on a number of different fronts. I don't want to go into depth on that in this video. Next thing is carbs. Make them easily digestible. Okay. Again, we're trying to help your gut health, trying to help endotoxin load, decrease that. So I would focus on ripe fruits, honey, maple syrup, even real fruit juices can be helpful for people. I would try to avoid starchier carbs. They can be tougher for people. A lot of vegetables can be tough for people because they're hard to break down even when they're cooked well. And they have other, issues with those vegetables besides just the digestibility. And then fats, very simple: butter, ghee, coconut oil. Coconut oil is great for improving metabolism. It's been shown in multiple studies to do that. So that's a good option as well. Next thing you can do kind of outside of the diet, PMF therapy is something that helped me a lot. Now, I talk about this a lot more on my website, my free checklist. So please go grab that. You can just go to curtisalexander.com. You can see that here. Free checklist. I talk about a lot of things outside of drugs and surgery that can help you and that I use personally. So make sure to go grab that. Again, it is free. Let's kind of move on here from PMF therapy. The other thing I will do, I take aspirin and vitamin K2. I do not take a lot of supplements, but these are a couple that can be helpful. The aspirin I take maybe 4 to 5 times a week along with K2. Aspirin can lower K2. The reason I do that, there's some gut health issues there, estrogen load, a number of different reasons I do that, but it can be beneficial for energy levels downstream. Also magnesium. Magnesium is another one that I do supplement with regularly. The reason for that, magnesium is a cofactor for a lot of energy reactions that go on in your body. Without enough magnesium, you're going to have trouble producing the energy you need, even if you're doing some of the other things right. Okay. Now, as important as adding in things, we have to talk about what can we take out or eliminate that may be contributing to the problems you're having right now. The first one is you have to get rid of seed oils. Okay. Corn oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, all those sorts of oils that are not butter, ghee, or coconut oil. They're most likely seed oils. They have been shown time and time again to lower metabolism. Okay, that's not what we want. We want to get you out of a lower energy state. That also means eliminating processed foods as much as you can. Don't be neurotic about it, but for the most part, try to eliminate them. Ironically, most processed foods use seed oils because they're cheap. Okay, so you kind of get two birds with one stone. Extremes. We want to get rid of extremes. When I got to my lowest energy state, I had been doing low carb for almost 2 decades. I had done keto long-term. I had done carnivore long-term. I had been intermittent fasting every day for over 10 years. I was a metabolic mess. And because I was living in extremes, once I began to go back and just eat naturally a wide variety of all three macros, that's when things begin to turn around. So avoid extremes. And the other thing is stressors. Eating in an extreme is a stressor on your body. So is lifestyle, so is lack of sleep. Any stressor you introduce to your body causes your stress hormones to go up. Well, one of those is cortisol. Doesn't make cortisol bad, okay? But when you have too much, too high for too long, that has been shown as well in studies to lower thyroid function. So all these things exist to try to help your thyroid function and help your GI health. When you do that, you will begin to produce more energy and to get out of some of these signs and symptoms you're experiencing now. Okay. Let me know in the comments other video topics that would be helpful for me to cover. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next one, guys.